It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Living Daily, episode 577, 10 Reasons to Escape Excessive Consumerism by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. And I'm your very own personal narrator, Justin Malik, reading to you from some amazing blogs and books to help you optimize your life. And big thanks to Talkspace for helping me bring this content to you. Talkspace is an online therapy company that makes therapy affordable, confidential, and convenient. For a special offer just for you, come by Talkspace.com/old. That's Talkspace.com/OLD. And now let's get to today's post and start optimizing your life. 10 Reasons to Escape Excessive Consumerism by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. I am trying to live a minimalist life, but that doesn't mean I still don't own stuff. My family of 4 still owns 3 beds, 3 dressers, 2 couches, 1 table with chairs, 1 desk, 8 plates, 8 bowls, 8 glasses. My kids own toys and books. My wife sews. I read, play sports, and care for the house. We may be seeking to live a minimalist life, but we are still consumers. After all, to live is to consume. But we have worked hard to escape excessive consumerism. Consumerism becomes excessive when it extends beyond what is needed. When we begin consuming more than is needed, boundaries are removed. Personal credit allows us to make purchases beyond our income level. Advertisements subtly reshape our desires around material possessions, and the consumption culture that surrounds us begins to make excessive consumption appear natural and normal. Excessive consumption leads to bigger houses, faster cars, trendier clothes, fancier technology, and overfilled drawers. It promises happiness, but never delivers. Instead, it results in a desire for more, a desire which is promoted by the world around us, and it slowly begins robbing us of life. It redirects our God-given passions to things that can never fulfill. It consumes our limited resources, and it is time that we escape the vicious cycle. It is time to take a step back and realize that excessive consumption is not delivering on its promise to provide happiness and fulfillment. Consumption is necessary, but excessive consumption is not, and life can be better lived and more enjoyed by intentionally rejecting it. Consider this list of 10 practical benefits of escaping excessive consumerism in your life. Number 1, less debt. The average American owns 3.5 credit cards and $15,799 in credit card debt, totaling consumer debt of $2.43 trillion in the USA alone. This debt causes stress in our lives and forces us to work jobs that we don't enjoy. We have sought life in department stores and gambled our future on the empty promises of their advertisements. We have lost. Number 2, less life caring for possessions. The never-ending need to care for the things we own is draining our time and energy. Whether we are maintaining property, fixing vehicles, replacing goods, or cleaning things made of plastic, metal, or glass, our life is being emotionally and physically drained by the care of things that we don't need, and in most cases don't enjoy either. We are far better off owning less. Number 3, less desire to upscale lifestyle norms. The television and the internet has brought lifestyle envy into our lives at a level never before experienced in human history. Prior to the advent of the digital age, we were left envying the Joneses family living next to us, but at least we had a few things in common, such as living in the same neighborhood. But today's media age has caused us to envy and expect lifestyle norms well beyond our incomes by promoting the lifestyles of the rich and famous as superior and enviable. Only an intentional rejection of excessive consumerism can quietly silence the desire to constantly upscale lifestyle norms. Number 4, less environmental impact. Our Earth produces enough resources to meet all of our needs, but it does not produce enough resources to meet all of our wants. And whether you consider yourself an environmentalist or not, it is tough to argue with the fact that consuming more resources than the Earth can replenish is not a healthy trend, especially when it is completely unnecessary. Number 5, less need to keep up with evolving trends. Henry David Thoreau once said, quote, "Every generation laughs at the old fashions, but religiously follows the new," unquote. Recently, I have been struck by the wisdom and practical applicability of that thought, whether relating to fashion, decoration, or design. A culture built on consumption must produce an ever-changing target to keep its participants spending money, and our culture has nearly perfected that practice. As a result, nearly every year, a new line of fashion is released as the newest trend, and the only way to keep up is to purchase the latest fashions and trends when they are released or remove yourself from the pursuit altogether. Number 6, less pressure to impress with material possessions. Social scientist Thorstein Veblen coined the phrase conspicuous consumption to describe the lavish spending on goods and services acquired mainly for the purpose of displaying income or wealth. In his 1899 book, The Theory of the Leisure Class, this term was used to describe the behavior of a limited social class. And although the behavior has been around since the beginning of time, today's credit has allowed it to permeate nearly every social class in today's society. As a result, no human being in consumption cultures is exempt from its temptation. Number 7, more generosity. Rejecting excessive consumerism always frees up energy, time, and finances. Those resources can then be brought back into alignment with our deepest heart values. When we begin rejecting the temptation to spend all of our limited resources on ourselves, our hearts are open to the joy and fulfillment found in giving our personal resources to others. Generosity finds space in our life and in our checkbooks to emerge. Number 8, more contentment. Many people believe if they find or achieve contentment in their lives, their desire for excessive consumption will wane. But we have found the opposite to be true. We have found that the intentional rejection of excessive consumption opens the door for contentment to take root in our lives. We began pursuing minimalism as a means to realign our life around our greatest passions, not as a means to find contentment. But somehow, minimalism resulted in a far greater contentment with life than we ever enjoyed prior. Number 9, greater ability to see through empty claims. Fulfillment is not on sale at your local department store. Neither is happiness. It never has been and never will be. We all know this to be true. We all know that more things won't make us happier. It's just that we've bought into the subtle message of millions upon millions of advertisements that have told us otherwise. Intentionally stepping back for an extended period of time helps us to get a broader view of their empty claims. Number 10, greater realization that this world is not just material. True life is found in the invisible things of life: love, hope, and faith. Again, we all know there are things in this world that are far more important than what we own. But if one were to research our actions, intentions, and receipts, would they reach the same conclusion? Or have we been too busy seeking happiness in all the wrong places? Escaping excessive consumption is not an easy battle. If it were, it would be done more often, myself included. But it is a battle worth fighting because it robs us of life far more than we realize. Excessive consumption promises happiness, but never delivers. True life must be found somewhere else. You just listened to the post titled 10 Reasons to Escape Excessive Consumerism by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com. Thank you again to Talkspace for keeping this show alive. They offer an amazing service to connect with therapists online and at a great price. You can have a therapist handpicked just for you, and for as little as $32 a week, which if you've ever gone to a therapist, you know that's an amazing price. And possibly best of all, Talkspace allows you to send your therapist text, audio, and video messages whenever you want, or take it up a notch and do a live chat, which is a genius idea to help anxious people like me. To sign up or learn more, come by Talkspace.com/old, and they have a special offer for you listening to this episode. You can use the coupon code OLD and get $30 off your first month, all while showing support for this podcast. Again, that's the coupon code OLD, and you can use that at Talkspace.com/OLD. And that'll do it for today. I hope you're having a great start to your week, and I'll see you in tomorrow's show, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.